Hello dear students, welcome to the another video tutorial of mammalian histology. In previous session, we have discussed about the spleen, and this session we are moving to the kidneys. So the kidneys is a compound tubular gland which separates urea and other nitrogenous waste products from the blood. That means the kidneys are paired retroperitoneal organs. The retroperitoneal, that means they are considered with the urinary system, or they forms a urinary system. They are the part of the urinary system, and their function is to filter blood and produce urine. So each kidney consist of a cortex, medulla, and calyces. So these are the three rough parts of the each kidney which is divided. So the nephrons are main functional unit of the kidney in change of removing the metabolic waste and the excess water from the blood. So as you can see, it is also maintains the constitution of blood plasma in proper level and regulate the chemical composition of extracellular fluid which baths the cell and the tissue of the body. So this is nothing but the structure of the kidney, that is nothing but the gross structure of the kidney. So all mammal possesses pair of bean shaped kidneys situated on the dorsal wall of the abdominal cavity. So by the sides of the vertebral column there is the position of kidney uh, at your dorsal wall of the abdominal cavity, and these peritoneum covers only anterior surface of the kidney. So the depression at the mesidal surface of kidney is called as the hilus. As you can see, the mesidal surface of kidney will called as the hilus, and which serves as a point of entrance for the renal artery and the exits for the renal vein from here. That will be the hilus. As you can see in this picture, the red and the blue, the red will be the artery and blue will be the vein. So that part is considered as the hilus. So other structures in these kidney structure, so this will be the gross structure and this will be the that means the if a bean shaped kidney is cut from the center, the ventral cut is taken, and from inside this sort of a structure you will look like. So this is the proper structure from inside of a kidney you will look like. So it possesses the renal columns that are nothing but the various arteries and veins, that venules which are from the medium sized arteries and the veins. So these base of the renal pyramid you will see of the renal capsule. Okay, you will see the renal papillae, you will see the renal cortex, you will see the minor renal calyx, and you will see the renal pelvis also. Okay, you will see the major renal calyx also and renal medulla. So these all parts we will elaborate one by one, and for today's session we will discuss on uh, the gross structure of the kidney. So the microscopic structure and the ultra ultrastructure of the tubules we will discuss in the latter part. So this will be the first part for the kidney, and the kidney is covered by a thin but strong connective tissues. Okay, the kidney is a bean-shaped organ, as I said, and the medial surface of it features the hilum of the kidney, which is the passageway for the renal vessels and the ureter. And these connective tissue capsule called as the renal capsule and layer of a perinephric, that is the perirenal fat protect and the cushion on the kidney, so that from the outside, from the visual side, that there will be the connective tissue capsule, that is nothing but it all collectively called as the renal capsule, and the layer of these peripheral perineal fat that going to protect and the cushion the kidney from the shocks. That means it serves as a shock absorber for this organ. So the capsule contains a layer of the contractile cells called as the myofibroblast, which make a capsule able to adapt to the constant pressure and change within the kidney. So that constant pressure as well as these myofibroblasts uh, allows kidney to maintain the pressure, as well as within the kidney they can change the pressure also. So as you can see, the kidney is covered by this layer which is called as the cortex, and the first layer will be the cortex, then will be the medulla, and then these canals which you look that provides the surface for the urine collection, that are nothing but the renal canal, or it also known as the renal sinus. Okay, so let focus on the cortex first. So partially these is nothing but a surrounded cavity called as the um, um, cortex. Okay, so these cortex at a regular interval of the parenchyma's tissue going to cover, or this membrane called um, the column of the renal canals. Okay, so these parenchyma tissues of the cortex which going to project into the medulla and forms a column called as the renal column, or the column of the Bertini. So you will see the column of the these all blocks, these all shaded in a green color block, is nothing but the part of the cortex. So in between these two um, columns, so this uh, part just which is going to embed in between these two renal columns, or that medulla, that are nothing but the columns of the Bertini. It is named as the columns of the Bertini. So they show the radially arranged light and the darker column. So the light and darker column which are radially arranged, that the lighter column are called as the pars radiata, or it is also known as the medullary rays, and the darker columns which are arranged one by one as a lighter and the darker columns, so the darker column called as the pars convoluta, or it also known as the cortical labyrinth. So as you can see, the TS of these cortex, as you can see, that is the stained renal cortex, that will be the TS of the cortex. So it shows the parenchyma tissue that are surrounded all over the cortex, and it going to project the medulla from that invasion in between the two columns. So that are nothing but these cells surrounded by these parenchyma tissues, and they shows the patterns. We will see in the microscopic structure the patterns that shown by these parenchyma tissues, or they are also known as the column of Bertini. So as you move forward from the medulla, so it is composed of 8 to 10 pyramids. Okay, that green highlighted green structure is nothing but the medulla, and that are in 8 to 18 in number. So these pyramids of kidney which substance with the basis of the pyramid which is directed towards the cortex. So the base of this pyramid is uh, focused, or the its direction will be towards the cortex. As you can see, the base of the renal medulla will be attached to the cortex, which structure we have seen in earlier slide. So this pyramid directed towards the cortex and tip towards the renal sinus. So as you see the passage, so that tip of the medulla is directed towards the sinus. So in between this pyramid there is the renal column of Bertini present. So in between these two pyramid, that um, invade cone you will see like this. Okay, so this will be, here will be the one pyramid and here will be the second. So these portion will be the columns of the Bertini, as you can see. So the tip unite together and form the conical projections called as the papillae, and these papillae which projects into the minor calyx, as you can see, that projects into the minor calyx which open into the major calyx afterwards, and that major calyx, that passage provides a way for the urine to pass from this urethra and get collected into the urinary sac or the ureter. And then these urinary sac, um, after the full of the urinary sac with the urine, that from the ureter, it will be pass out from the body. Okay, so it composed, that columns are known as the renal columns of the Bertini, and tip unite together, this tip of these all unite together, uh, form a conical projections called as the papilla, and these papilla which projects into the minor calyx which open into the minor calyx. So at the tip of the papilla there are minute pores are present, and they, that pores through which the urine is trickled into the renal sinus, and the renal sinus opens into the urethra, as I said, and that will be collected into the urinary sac. So as you see the TS of the medulla over here, that TS of medulla consists of these pyramids which is directed the cortex and the tips towards the renal sinuses. Okay, and as we move forward, the third portion will be the renal sinus, as I the renal sinus positions. Okay, so these the renal after the renal cortex, okay, the major renal calyx and the renal pelvis, this the urethra portion, which these all passage in between this gross structure of kidney after the renal capsules, which after we have seen the renal columns. Okay, and then we have seen the renal papillae, then we have seen the minor renal calyx. So after that, these all passage is known as the sinus or the renal sinus. So in the region of the hilum, where the arteries and the urethra portion, or as well as the venous portion, are having the passage to get communicate with this gross structure of the kidney. So these all are communicating with kidney from the portion of the hilum. So there is a wide space or a cavity filled with the urine called as the renal sinus. So that renal sinus always filled with the urine, and from which these tubular spaces enters into the medulla. So there is the space are they are known as the calyces. So these all calyces, each calyx, it will be the plural form, that is nothing but the calyces, and each calyx, that will be the singular form. So each calyx is divided into a peripheral minor calyx. So each calyx divide into the peripheral minor calyx and posterior major calyx. So that minor portion, that minor cavity opens into the major cavity to unite to form a urethra. So the substance of a kidney is loosely packed coiled microscopic structures, and that loosely called or the coiled packed microscopic structures are known as the uriniferous tubules, or it also known as the nephrons. So these nephrons and the uriniferous tubules are the portions where actual the blood filtration is occur, and the excess water from your blood or your body is thrown out from or the filtered by these uriniferous tubules or these nephrons. So we will see the ultrastructure of the nephron in detail, how that nephron going to carry a role in the urine formation, or how that nephron also saves electrolytes from your thrown urine. Okay, so this will be one interesting part what we are going to see in the upcoming lectures. So the tubules are of two types. The first one will be the nephron concerned with the urine, okay, which is concerned with the urine, the nephrons which are concerned with the urine formation, and the second one will be the collecting tubules for the carrying urine. So these will be the two separate parts, or these two types of the tubules are present in the renal sinuses or the kidneys. Okay, then this will be the TS of the um, renal sinus, or the sorry, the medulla and the cortex together. So the renal capsule, as I said, so just considered this will be the TS, and you have to consider on this gross structure. So as this vertically section, likewise the vertically section of the one column of the from the one pyramid to these renal papillae and the sinus has taken, and that are elaborated in that slide. So that will be the TS of the kidney. Okay, and that in TS, as you can see, you will see the renal capsule, which is the coat, as I said, then the renal cortex, which is the second layer, and then the medulla. Okay, the renal medulla over here uh, at center, the shaded shade where that shade change. Okay, the cortex part will be the darker part, and then will be the lighter part will be the renal medulla. Okay, then the renal calyx. Okay, the calyx portion, the that passage, white passage in between these two shaded portion, that will be the minor renal calyx and the renal papillae you will see over here, which going to open into the sinus. Okay, then the urothelium you will see, that is the part of the ureter, or that is the part of this minor renal calyx. So the renal cortex, as we magnify the renal cortex, you will see in this right side the renal capsules and the renal cortical labyrinth. Okay, so as we magnify the renal cortex, we will observe the renal capsules as well as the renal cortical labyrinth over here. And these renal cortical labyrinth are the structures which are um, there for the uh, filtration purpose. Okay, and these cortical labyrinth and the renal capsules, these structures are present in the renal cortex. So in the renal cortex, you will see the intralobular vein openings, the intralobular artery openings for the blood supply. Then you will see the medullary rays. These are the structures which provides for these metabolization of in the kidneys. Then if we magnify the renal papillae, okay, we magnifies the renal papillae over here, that the section, you will see the renal papillary ducts, that each papillary going to open into the sinus, okay, from the these renal papillary duct, and that combine to form these renal papillary ducts together. And these collecting duct of the renal tubule, so each collecting duct from the which is filtered from the nephrons, okay, that particular part will be collected in these particular collecting duct of the renal tubules, and that are going to pass to the these uh, cerebroformation area where these renal capsules opens into the sinus. So these renal papillary duct, you will see that which is collecting the urine from these renal tubules. Okay, so this will be the TS of the kidney, cortex, medulla, and the renal papillae together. So as we move forward, the combine these all information together, that the key fact about the gross structure of the kidney. So the gross anatomy of the kidney said as it consists of the cortex as a outer layer, and medulla as a inner layer, and the calyces as the conducting part to the urine. So the nephron of the kidney, which is the main functional unit of kidney, and these renal capsules, that are nothing but the glomerulus and the glomerular capsule. So it also known as the glomerulus and the glomerular capsules. So these capsules are the bundle shape, and that are like the C-shaped bundles, and these in between these the renal arteries and veins are situated, and these renal actual that capsule having the filtration, more stress of the filtration of the blood. Okay, so these capsule actual going to perform the function of the filtration. So the renal tubule system, which is the proximal tubule, okay, so this proximal tubule will be the convoluted and the straight, and these proximal tubules consist of the nephron loop, distal tubules, and the convoluted straight, okay, and that are nothing but the coiled structures going to elaborate into the straight structures that are nothing but the convoluted tubules. And these convoluted tubules or the proximal tubules are there for the their specific functions are there. So for the excess water and the from the electrolytes stabilization, or the electrolyte or the osmolytes reabsorption is done in between these renal system, okay, the renal tubule system, that are nothing but convoluted the straight system, that ducts which are going to perform the functions. So we will see what type of the structure of the nephron as well as the gross structure, okay, which collecting the these all together, and the urine formation. So the function of the nephron as well as the kidney as united over here in the functions. So the urine production will be the main function of the kidney, but there are some electrolyte balance like maintenance of bloody fluid, okay, and the blood pressure control or the acid base balance. These are the main functions of the kidney. So we will highlight on these functions also, that the urine production we will see in detail, but the maintenance of a body fluid as well as the electrolyte balance, how that electrolyte balance is there, and the blood pressure, how that helps into the blood pressure. The one specific hormone is secreted by means of these kidney to regulate your blood pressure, and the acid base balance, how that help in the acid base balance. So we will stop here and we will meet in the next session for the microscopic structure of the kidney and the uriniferous tubules. Thank you.